afternoon. How is everybody doing? Alright. I hope everybody's doing good and well. Ship has been in port for a while. We're going through a little upkeep period. So basically just a little update on how the truck is doing. I am approaching 70,000 miles right now. And just so that you guys, it is like 103 here today. It is like super hot here in Florida. Now, things that I have done, I think I may have said this in other videos, but I don't know if I posted it. It's just been very busy. Now there's been almost a year since my family was elsewhere. I got to get them pretty soon. So I will be trailering again, and using that 3,000 pounds worth of stuff I did last year. That's going to be happening this year. And I'll be showcasing that again. Now, since we last spoke, I definitely put that 50-gallon tank, and boy, is it worth it. But the only thing that's kind of annoying is at first I could see where my fuel level was at and where my miles till empty. That would just have 3 dots. But now it's gotten to the point where I kind of sort of have to guesstimate how much I have, and just when the time goes on, I kind of sort of have to guess, okay, well, I still fill it up weekly just in case I'm using a little bit more or whatever. But taking trips to Miami, that definitely takes quite a while. Well, that takes, not quite a while, but it takes quite a bit of fuel. It's only like 5 hours away from here in Jacksonville anyway. But not really knowing how much fuel you have is kind of sort of tedious. I don't know if I have to get this reprogrammed, reflashed, or what I've got to do to get this right. Now the truck is acting as normal. It's not acting any different. The next thing I'm probably going to do is a delete at some point. Don't know when, but gotta start making some money first. I'm at 102 subscribers. I looked the other day. I was like, no way. But so I'm just basically focused on the family and on all kind of stuff, trying to get them back and us all together and whatnot. So still, I'm definitely gonna do the whole 3-year longevity. I'm approaching 70,000 miles now, and definitely, I couldn't have expected a better truck. And how I gauge how a vehicle is as far as if the vehicle is doing well or not, is when you had it for more than a few years, does it still drive like the way you bought it? Right? Like one vehicle that I had like that was a 2004 Mitsubishi Diamante. So I definitely bought that vehicle, and I had that thing for 10 years. Long time. Had over 100,000 miles on it, but in Hawaii you really can't drive it that far. So you don't accumulate as much mileage as when you're living on the mainland in the States, So that vehicle, it had a lot of power. It's a 3.5 liter V6. So, and that vehicle, even after 10 years, it had a couple of things that had like little oil leaks and stuff, and little things that were nickel and diming, but the motor and transmission in that thing were probably one of the strongest, I could say, in a vehicle that I've had, even something that old. Now I got rid of that one basically because they didn't make that vehicle anymore. So what was going to end up happening was I was going to end up having to do more maintenance to it. More unforeseen things were happening. So nothing major was giving out on it, but I had to replace the valve cover gaskets. I learned quite a bit about vehicles, with that car. Those things, if I would have taken it in somewhere, it would have cost me an arm and a leg. I ended up doing that myself. So after having that and having issues with vehicles and stuff like that, even the 2004 Nissan Titan that I bought, right? I bought an awesome Nissan Titan, and I paid a decent amount for it, right? But I paid only 7 G's for it. But a year later, the motor went out. So it wasn't worth, I didn't really get a good deal because I ended up paying twice over. So it's like you saved the money, but you didn't, right? Because I paid $7,000 for it, but the motor was another $7,000. Oh, there you go, $15K. And if I would have just paid the $14K for I don't know, I seen, at the time I saw 2000, well, this was in 2011 when I bought that Titan. But it was a good vehicle. Once I replaced that motor, that truck is still in existence today, as a matter of fact. And definitely, I would have to say that was a good choice. But I don't. The previous owner, I think, didn't take care of it, so it ended up getting a blown head gasket, and I knew very little. So I said, okay, well, the guy just came from deployment. That should have been a red flag. That was number one. Number two, he got the oil change when he came back. So you got oils and fluids sitting for so long, 6 months where they're not being driven and stuff like that. Especially if you don't have a family that's going to start it or whatever, and you're single, you have no one to start your vehicle, right? So it's sitting there and all that fuel and whatever. So that should have been a no-no to begin with. But I saved money, but I didn't at the same time. So, I mean, just mistakes that you make and you live and you learn. And after that, I bought a GMC Sierra, and something similar happened. That was a 2500 HD. That one actually was, I got got a good deal on it. But a little mistake, ended up putting some bad fuel in it at one point. And then it was just one thing after another, and I said, you know what? I went and I ran over some. And this was a Z71 4x4. It was a 2011. It had the 6-liter Vortec. So I could definitely say I've had domestic and imports as far as vehicles is concerned. So it's not just that. I'm pretty much open-minded. So if a Dodge Ram, they got the 5.9 Cummins or whatever, and I need that towing, I do that, or a Power Stroke, or whatever. But I have this one, the XD, of course, because this kind of sort of suits my needs, And at some point, I will have a fifth wheel, but I probably should have maybe I was close to getting a fifth wheel at some point. But once this thing is paid off, this thing will far outlast any fifth wheel, hopefully, as long as I take good care of it. And so far I have. I've taken pretty decent care of this vehicle. This vehicle is still riding like the first time I bought it. Except that video that I posted of me being an idiot, and not that I was driving too fast, but when I fishtailed and hit the back bumper, which I still haven't replaced yet, but I have the bumper, I just have to, replace it. And that will be a reveal shortly as well. So hopefully all you guys are doing well, and I hope, for all you guys out there that still have the XD, I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm glad I picked the XD, to tell you the truth. Now, if I would have had it my way, I would definitely like to have the same XD that I have now, but in black, with the black leather and all 3 packages. I should have just went and gotten all the packages, basically. Or waited maybe a year or so until maybe there was 1 or 2 used and they were being sold. Or waiting until the new 2017s or 18s are coming in and get one, at a discounted price. Because at one point they were up to $12,000 off. So never just rush out there and just go buy a vehicle. If you want a vehicle, just wait around, be patient, and wait until the end of the year sales. 4th of July they start having some sales and whatnot, and you can get some pretty good deals if you just hold on to your horses a little bit and just have a little bit of patience, So definitely hope everything's well with you guys, and take care.